All right, that's one. Am I live now? All right. All right. This one, that's Instagram, and now to figure out Facebook. One person. Good morning, everybody. This is YouTube. That's Instagram. Now I'm trying to get Facebook, the Facebook. And if you're seeing me, hello, hello. All right, Facebook. What else do I have to do here? IG people, I'm gonna move you here because I have to figure this stuff out. Okay, that's done, right? Public, save. That's public. What else do I need? Okay, done. Is that completed? All right. We're getting there. But anyway, I can't get Facebook to work for some reason. So YouTube, IG, no Facebook. But we're here celebrating my 500 subscribers on YouTube. I really want to go live on the Facebook, but why is this not working? I don't know how to work technology, so I do apologize. Can I just start this? If you know how to work Facebook Live, teach me because for some reason I am not getting this. Audience setting, it is public. There are no tickets to my event. This is public. I am coming, I promise. I'm going to be here in a second. Just give me one quick second. I know everybody's not going to tune in, but it's cool. It is what it is. The people that care will be here. All right. That is set. The mic is on. I want to go live. Can I go live? Okay. I don't want to do that. All right. One, two, three. Three people. Here we go. Let me see this. I promise I'm trying to make this happen so I can start talking to everybody. You have no events you're hosting or create a new event. All right. So if I do create a new event, get together, video chat with Messenger. Do I have to? I don't want to do that. Sorry. I don't know how to operate technology. I'm having a very hard time with this Facebook stuff. All right. So Facebook Live is not working, and I am about to give up because this stuff here makes no sense. Normal, right? Camera is normal. One more time. One more time. Built in, right? So long story long, Facebook Live is not working, and I'm published video after live. I don't know if that is supposed to work, but all right. I'm taking that as a sign from God that Facebook Live does not work. So anyway, that's 4 people. Who cares? So all of you that are here, and I know my room is sort of dark. I'm going through a little renovation, but I just want to tell everybody thank you first and foremost for all of you watching that are watching my videos. I truly and deeply appreciate it. Without all of you, I will not be able to get to this milestone. Now, one of the most important things is that I'm looking at where I am in life with everything that I'm doing, editing videos, putting stuff out there, putting myself out there. And for me, it's just about being genuine, about really caring about what I want to leave in this world. What are some of the things that I sort of want to create and bring out into this world? And I feel that the most important thing is the whole entire human connection, because nowadays everybody is doing something on social media, right? And the thing about it too is IG, I don't know what to do with you guys, but I'm gonna keep you here so I can look at everybody. But the thing about it is, to get back on topic, is that you see people just imitating other people. They're trying to profit off of social media. I completely get it. Not hating on nobody, but I look at the value of that. Some people are extremely obnoxious, and some of the stuff that you look at on the internet doesn't truly have a mental nutritional value, right? And don't get me wrong, there's something for everybody. Some people need the comedy or the comedic relief to distress themselves from their day. And I'm not against that, but for me, there's a point where I've reached in my life where I'm just telling myself, what is there to do? How can you get there? All of this comes back to a very simple question where you look at what you are doing, you look at some of the things that are bothering you, and 100% of the things in your life are problems. I see a problem and I see the stress that it causes a lot of people. We can talk about finances, we can talk about family, we can talk about health, we can talk about tragedies, we can talk about trauma. There are so many things that are constantly affecting us. And for me, at 33, I've reached that point where this is normal. This is what life is about. That there's just no medium where you just actually make it, where you're there 100% of the time and you just feel good about your life. Don't get me wrong. There's pockets and events that make life worthwhile. If you're building a family, seeing your kids grow up, seeing your career flourish, if you're building a company, seeing your company go from nothing to something to truly being out there changing people's lives. And those moments are magical, they're extraordinary. But the fact of the matter is that we don't live every single day like that. We don't have this opportunity to have a great day every single day. It's just not sustainable. And if you look at it, majority of the time when you're having an issue, it's the same thing over and over. It's the same circle of problems. If you are in a relationship, that relationship is going to go through different valleys and peaks, highs and lows, curves, left and right, whatever it is. The same thing if you have kids. There's going to be a high inflation point where you're like, yes, my family, my kids, I love my kids. Then there's a point where you're stressed about it. The same thing with everything else that you do, career wise, financial, whatever it is. We can talk about all of that, but that's just human nature at its best, right? So I've reached this point in my life where I'm like, man, life is a series of problems that require actual solutions. If you have a problem with a person, you talk to them, you resolve that, you put your ego aside. But that's the ideal world, right? But the fact of the matter is, when you see a person, people now have too much ego. Their ego is up here, their pride is up there. And some people are not coming off of that high horse. Some people are too prideful, too self centered, too selfish to say, you know what? I'm wrong. You know what? An apology is worthwhile. you know what? Let me repair that difficult relationship. Let me learn something from somebody that thinks and process life a little bit differently from me. So anyway, that's where I'm at with these videos, where I'm just telling myself, wow, you can record all these things, you can put yourself out there, and you can build something around that. And what I'm saying here is I want to share all of my experiences as a young person, because we're all going through that. We're all dealing with family problems. We all have different financial problems. We all are trying to find what is our purpose in life. We're trying to actually get somewhere that we romanticize about all of the time, right? Whenever you have a little bit of time, you satiate about, yeah, man, I wish I was doing this, or I want my life to look like this, or I want to do this in my career, or I want to go through this experience. And again, there is no conversation at this point in your life where you're not sitting across from somebody else and they're not telling you about their hopes and dreams. They're not telling you what they're going through and how they're trying to overcome certain struggles. So I'm here, man. 500 subscribers. I started in April of 2021, April 30th or 31st. I think it's 30th. I can't remember if April goes into 31st or if it ends at 30. Can't remember. I'm not that smart. But anyway, April. And I made a promise to myself that I was going to start uploading these videos. I made a promise to myself that I was going to show people, where I'm trying to get to. And for me, this whole entire pursuit of saying, you know what, this is possible. Anything that you want to create, however you want to communicate with people, however you're trying to get certain points across, it's possible. But the fact of the matter is that we all have to make a lot of effort. And I'm telling you, talk to the people that you know. Look at yourself in the mirror and really assess yourself. What are you trying to do? And there's not a day that goes by where you're not thinking, where you're not processing, where you're not stressed out, where you're not frustrated, where you get a little bit happy because of a little bit of progress, where there are days where you're like, damn, this stuff is difficult, man. What is my purpose? What is my meaning? And for me, answering those questions, being about the hard things that are in this life, is what is driving me. Because again, if you guys don't know, I'll tell you, easy turns me off. Easy is not my thing. And for me, this is difficult because there's a point that you sort of attest and you look at things. Your most precious commodity is time. We can talk about money, but I want to talk about time. 24 hours in a day is not enough time. You have this mindset where you're going to get things done. You're thinking to yourself, I have to do A, B, and C. But life tells you, well, when you're trying to do A, there's going to be A1, and that's going to get in your way. Then this person's going to start talking to you and rob 5 minutes of your time. And that's another obstacle you have to overcome. Then there are emergencies. If you're married, if you have kids, if you have elderly parents or siblings, whatever the case may be, personal things, that's also going to be in the way. Something as random as somebody hitting your car, like a small car accident, that also gets in your way. And these uncontrollable variables consume time, right? So I started to think about the fact that our biggest and most precious commodity is time, and then the fact that we just throw it away. People throw time away on Facebook, on YouTube, on IG, whatever. People will write, I am bored. If all of you that are looking at this, if you're paying attention to this, will you give $100 to a person that says, hey, I need some money? Oh, here's $100. The next day they tell you, hey, I need some more money. Here's $200, right? I need a little bit more money. Here's $400, $500. Will you throw your money away like that? The answer is no. It's the same thing with time. People hate Sunday night because they have to face Monday morning. And most people are lazy. And when I started making these videos, I told myself, I need to be occupied. I need to have a backlog of things that I need to do. So that's where these videos started. And the complication started where you're looking at the idea, hey, I want to create this. But again, your biggest battle is time, editing, making sure that the music is good, making sure that the message is digestible. It's complicated unless you're doing like these stupid couple prank videos, or I'm pranking my parents, whatever. The sensationalism in all of that is not conducive. It doesn't move life forward because one, the acting is bad. Two, again, there's no value in that. But if you tell yourself, you know what, I'm gonna put myself out there for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm gonna build a company and take everybody on this journey of me starting this company. Or I see myself taking a leap of faith and moving to another country, or starting life in another city, or finding the perfect career. So what I'm trying to say here, when you look at all of these complications, all of us were battling with the same thing: time, and that's it. Your family. Some of you that care about your family, again, everybody's different. Whatever it is, let's not talk about that. But your family, the people that you love most are getting older, and there's nothing that you can do about it. No matter how much you work out, no matter how much money you make, no matter what you do, there's nothing that you can do about it. And again, when somebody dies, no matter who you are, you can be the prettiest person, the richest person, you don't control life. You don't control any of the outcomes. And again, a lot of people, because of their privilege, they forget about how fragile and insignificant certain things are. If you buy a Rolls Royce today, and then tomorrow when you wake up at 8:15, at 8:30 you have a heart attack, that car is not going to do nothing for you. So what I'm trying to say here is, again, is looking at all of these things that make us people. So many people are out there doing so many interesting things. A lot of you have all of these ideas where you're like, you know what? I want to do this actual thing, and I want to build something for myself, for my kids, for my family. I want to get to this sort of mountain peak. And again, all of these things are extremely difficult, but it all comes back to time. So me hitting this milestone, looking at my analytics, looking at all of the countries that are seeing my videos, it is crazy. My videos on YouTube, I think, have been seen in like 56 countries. I cannot name them all, and I'm not going to take you through that. But my channel, I think next week is going to cross 70,000 views. That is crazy, like, to me. Even having the followers that I have, the subscribers that I have, all of you that are here, that are watching this, you are responsible for this success of mine. I don't take any of this lightly because, again, I know what works for me. I am a people's person. I connect with people. I need people in my life. My ego is not so big where I'm like, no, I'm a loner. F people. No, I'm straight. I'm not that stubborn. I don't have pride in saying that I am good at cutting off people, because I'm not. I have a very hard time letting people go. And all of this has been taught to me through very hard lessons. Losing people that I love through death, through miscommunication, it hurts because, again, these are points in your life where you constantly replay that person. Where did I go wrong? Why didn't I utilize this time? Why didn't I create these moments? And for all of us here, regardless of who you are, regardless of how much money you make, we are all attached to this human condition. So for me, it's mind blowing where I can put a video out, talk to somebody that I don't know, and have a full conversation, and then look at the actual analytic and look at the location of where these people are from. I've never been to India, the country. I've never been to Thailand. I've never been to Belgium. I've never been to Japan, but there are people watching my videos, and for me, that is so, like, mind blowing that you can connect with somebody just putting yourself out there. So I really do not take this lightly because I already know the responsibility of where I'm at. And being very honest here and extremely humble, I get messages from all of you that are watching these videos where people tell me, hey, you inspired me to do X, Y, and Z. Because of you, I started doing this. And look, I'll be very frank with whoever's watching. I started running because I got hit by a car. My leg got destroyed. I inspired a whole bunch of people to start running. I love books. Books are all around me. I love reading. I'm a bookworm. I am an avid reader, a voracious reader. I love books. Again, sidebar, time. I wish I had 24 hours just to read every single day in addition to the day that I have. So like 48 hours. I do my work, live my normal life, and 24 hours just to read. But guess what? I don't have that luxury, right? So coming back to what I was saying, there's a point where even that, just sharing books, hey, because of you, I read this book. That is very humbling. My gratitude toward my connection with everybody that's here is humbling because, again, I know the impact that I have on other people just because of my own vision of doing more, working extremely hard, and not taking no for an answer. I'm very relentless, if that would be the word here. But again, the position that I'm in right now, it's crazy because regardless of what you do, it's always going to be a money thing. You get married, you have kids, money. You buy a house, you pay the house off, you still got to pay property taxes. You will never get away from money. You will never get away from paying for something. Nothing is ever free. Even if you want to live the most basic life, something's going to come up. You die, somebody has to bury you, right? More money. So I've made the decision, I've made the choice here to understand that I am not tying my success to any amount of money. I don't care about money. I know that's very difficult to say, but the fact of the matter is here, whenever I look at my life, it doesn't have a price. If you guys have kids, if you have a family, if somebody right now said, you know what, what's the price on your daughter? What's the price on your kid? What's the price for your wife, your husband, your grandmother? Your family doesn't have a price. So it's the same thing with life. I look at money in a very weird way where I'm not trying to attach myself to money. Enosh, I see you. Sorry, I know you guys are writing. I'm gonna look at all the comments because I don't want to be like the old people where they be like, "Hey, Miss Ann, how you doing? Are we gonna wait for some more people?" I'm not doing that. So anyway, there's a point where I'm trying to lift this camera up. I know because look, this is where the two cameras are at. But IG, I'm sorry, I don't have a holder, and the only one that's there, I just don't want to move you guys. But anyway, what I'm saying here is to get back on point. I look at my life and I started looking at these platforms as a way to actually make honest money, right? Because again, if you guys see it, this is not like a lie. You can become a multi-millionaire doing stupid stuff. If I do the same in an honest way, if I make $1 million off of whatever platform and I share that with you guys, yeah, I made $1 million here on YouTube or IG or Facebook. And I tell you, you know what? I know that my life costs less than $150,000 and I can survive with $150,000. Now I have enough money to do whatever I want to do. I can donate that money and contribute to certain things where people need help. And this is the thing that bothers me with money. You have all of these people that they can set up things that actually make sense. For example, let's take Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, whatever, whoever you want to pick, the richest American that you know. These people can say, you know what? I want to build a sustainable food bank that's going to provide meals to all 50 states in the most economically challenged areas on earth. And I'm talking about they can set this sustainable thing for 100 years. You know how many people will eat? And if you don't believe me, check this out. Go to your supermarket, go around the back. Don't leave the parking lot. Go around the back. Do you know how much food is being thrown away? And I'm talking about like real good food. Like you can pick out a loaf of bread that has like a little minor expiration date that doesn't even actually count, and it's being thrown away. And I'm talking about we throw thousands of dollars away, not just like $1. I'm talking about like thousands of dollars in food. And the thing that bothers me about that is that nobody sees this as a problem. Don't get me wrong, there are organizations that are saying what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying here. But no rich person, none of the people that you guys know that make it to the top, everybody, when they buy a big ass house, they show you. When they buy an expensive car, they show you. But nobody says, you know what? I see a problem in the inner city where there's nothing sustainable for homeless people. There's nothing sustainable for families that are going through whatever disparities. And again, there are organizations that are trying to alleviate all of these issues. But guess what? It comes back to what? Money. Nothing else. Everything comes back to money. But think about it. And my dad gave me this whole entire idea because he plays the lottery. He's like one of these people that's like driven by money. He told me if I win the mega ball, whatever, the Powerball, $700 million, whatever it is, he told me this: I will never eat $1 million worth of food. And I am talking about normal things, normal people things, not ordering lobster from whatever country, importing it over here that's gonna cost $30,000, 300, whatever. Talking about normal things. You go to Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, normal people things. You don't spend $100 million on food. That's just impossible. But again, what do people do? Let me buy this big ass boat. Let me buy this big ass house. Let me buy this fancy car and show people that I got it like that. That's easy, in my opinion. But taking money and leveraging it as a tool and saying, you know what? People are suffering. Let me help out as much as I can. How many people don't have access to medication? If you want to make some money, make medication and the health insurance or the health infrastructure sustainable, cheaper. People are paying way too much for insulin. People are paying way too much for blood pressure medication. Senior citizens are suffering in silence, and nobody knows this. But again, make it into, you know what? I see this problem. Let me come up with a solution. How do you build sustainable medication and you basically skip the middleman, which are these big ass pharmacy companies that are holding billions upon billions of dollars in just basic, what is this thing called? Patents on medication like insulin, all these different vaccines. It's dumb. So what I'm trying to say when it comes to all of this, I look at money for what it is. It's a tool. And I'm sorry I'm going into this long explanation, but the teacher in me has to talk, right? I looked at it. I'm like, man, get to a position where you can make enough money to survive, pay what you got to pay, and then do things a little bit better. I'm telling you, there are very few people that are saying, you know what, I am going to donate $1 million to my high school just because I can. I see that the roads around my neighborhood are terrible. Let me fix them. I see that this inner city doesn't have a Whole Foods. Why not? Let me bring an actual honest supermarket here to my neighborhood. So certain things like that drive me because, again, none of this is easy. None of this is glamorous. None of this is Instagrammable, until you actually do it. If you can take a trip to the Maldives, do what everybody else is doing, buying your little drinks, hanging out at the beach, hanging out at in your little splash pool. That's cute. That's cool. But remember, at your funeral, nobody's gonna say, yeah, I remember when he or she took this trip to the Maldives and they were in this pool and they were buying these drinks and they were doing this. People are gonna say two things. Either you were a great person or a terrible person, but you were still trying to do good. And that's the actual fact, man, that we romanticize these things that are just, they don't sustain, they don't withstand the testament of time. Now, if you build something, like I said, a food bank that's going to be producing food and giving food to a neighborhood for the next 100 years, that's a legacy. And people will say, you know what? Luis Martinez created this food bank here in Miami, Florida to feed the homeless, and it's sustainable. And because of him, we've been able to model this across the world. This is a bottle of water. I can just get in my car, I can go to a vending machine and buy this. There are millions upon millions of people that don't have access to portable, clean, healthy water. And I'm telling you, we take this stuff for granted here in America. How many people don't take a shower for 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour and 10 because they want to be in under the hot water? There are millions upon millions of people that don't have access to that. And I look at that and I'm like, wow, we really truly forget about our privilege. We truly forget about what we're trying to do. So again, to come back to this conversation, this stuff inspires me because look, my IG is now monetized, my Facebook is now monetized, and I'm going to pop off on those because it's just uploading a video that makes sense and doing it, showing you guys what I'm trying to do. The biggest hurdle right now, my biggest challenge is saving my grandmother's house. I'm going to talk about that. But again, a year from now, this is the goal here. A year from now, I am not trying to be in the same position where I'm like, yeah, I said that a year ago. I've reduced my life this year. I'm taking an ass whooping this year because I know where I am trying to get to. That's called delayed gratitude. I can take a trip. I can go to a nice hotel. I can show you fancy things. But again, how is that moving the ball of progress forward? Whereas I can say, you know what? For the next 6 months, I'm going to set a very strict spending budget. I'm going to spend less than $500 on me. And I am not talking about bills. I'm not talking about responsibilities. I'm talking about if I have $500, how am I going to utilize that money, spending money? And I don't carry cash. I hate carrying cash. This is my wallet. But I got to show you this. I have a 20. You guys see it? Don't smell it, COVID. But I told myself there is a time and place where I'm going to spend this money because certain instances I've ran where it's only cash, right? I have a propensity not to carry this. I hate this. I hate this especially. But I told myself I can go and flodge and cut out whatever it is and show people, oh, I got it like that. Because again, that's easy. But looking at this as a tool and saying, you know what? I'm going to use this and capitalize this and leverage this as much as possible is a lot harder. Because again, my generation, our generation is not doing that. You look at all of these influencers, they're showing you that they can drive a Lamborghini. They're showing you that they can buy a big ass mansion somewhere in California. They're showing you flying first class to Dubai, staying at a very expensive hotel. That's easy. That's good. But again, look at all of the problems that money can solve. Look at all the people that actually need help, not a handout, help. So for me is looking at that, looking at my life, delaying my gratification, my personal gratification for things that are a little bit harder, for things where you can measure metrics a little bit, much more intense. So I think about it. A year from now, I don't want to be in the same position doing the same things that I am doing because again, it's a two-way street. Either you do it or you don't. Either you procrastinate or you actually become very invested in what you're doing. And for me right now is about focus, is about discipline, is about having clarity where I am going and not putting no or any obstacles in front of me. It's that easy. And I'm saying this because again, when it comes to everything that I'm doing, I feel extremely humble where I am at because this is a people's thing. It's about connecting with people. Because again, everybody has problems. Everybody is stressed out about something. Everybody wants to do better with certain things. But how many people actually rise up and say, you know what? this is enough, man. I'm not doing this again. And actually have that gumption to go forward and stick to it. And if you look at every single success story of people that actually made it, and I'm talking about people that are genuine, people that had nothing when they started and now are at some sort of mind peak. Everybody has the same struggle story. Life was messed up. They focused on this one idea and they were relentless. They pursued that idea to its maximum. And look at your favorite celebrity, look at whoever you want to look at. They all started the same way. Some people, they got to like that. But again, who cares about the Kardashians' problems when there are so many other relevant things? But again, these people are profiting off of whatever they're doing. And it's disgusting because look at how many problems the world has. So anyway, what I'm saying here is, mándame un segundo. Será la puerta que estoy aquí en la computadora. Dame un segundo, man. Yo lo busco ahora. Anyway, my daughter's here in the room. So yeah, man, it's a decision that I've made because money is not driving me per se. It's progress. It's the things that actually matter. So again, thank you all that are here. The few of you that are here that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. It is so humbling because I already know if I can make one subscriber, I can make 100. I made 100. Now I made 500. If I can make 500, I can make 1,000. If I can make 1,000, so on and so forth, I can make 1,000,000. And again, this is about work. Nobody can take this work away from me. Nobody can copy what's in my mind because I am a creative. Nobody can say, you know what, he cheated, because I'm literally showing you this is not easy and it's not supposed to be easy. And I don't want any sort of shortcuts because that is just not me. Again, I can sit here, copy what I see on TikTok, copy what I see on IG, copy what I see on YouTube, copy what I see on Facebook, and make so much money off of that. But again, that is easy. That's not sustainable. The hardest thing is saying, you know what? I am a creative, but this is a craft that I have to practice and get better at. And at the end of the day, again, you have to be around the people that you love most. That's the thing that matters the most. Spending much more time with your family, with your kids, with the stuff that drives you. If you have a church and you want to see your church being renovated, getting into a modern space, that is something that's commendable. I'm not super religious per se, but there are people that worship. There are people that care about where they're going. There are people that are very attached to their religion. Saving their church or making their church better is a goal, right? It's the same thing with life. Because at the end of the day, we just don't have as much time as we think we do. We throw precious time away. I don't know why, but we do. And again, we're in this blind pursuit of money. I want to be this. I want to be a multimillionaire. Generational wealth, generational whatever. Man, that all sounds good, but wake up, look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I really about that? 9 times out of 10, people love saying trendy cliche stuff. They're not about it because the next day they're going to repeat the same laziness, procrastination habit that they have. So that's it. I'm done with that. So let me get to the topic now of my grandmother's house. So I took it upon myself to save my grandmother's house because it's something that requires money. That's number one. Two, the hardest factor about that is that it's something that's measurable. Either I do it or I don't, or either it gets done or it doesn't. Either she stays in her house or loses her house. And it's a simple decision. That's not my problem, being honest with y'all. My grandmother's problems are not mine, right? That's the easy, selfish approach where I can say, you know what? Not my problem. Cool. I live with my life. But the humanistic side of me, the side that cares, the empathetic side, the side that refuses to accept apathy says, you know what? This is a person that's been in this house for 40 plus years. How can you uproot your life, all of your memories, all of your belongings, and pack them up in a suitcase or two and just say, you know what? Yeah, I lost my house because of whatever. And the fact of the matter is here that I'm going to put this out in a video, but in 2015, there was a loan that was taken out and the house was used as commodity, right? As not commodity, as what's this word? Collateral, with the intentions of paying this loan off. So again, the loan went unpaid for a couple of years. This is 2015, right? So 2015, nothing got paid. 2016, nothing got paid. 2017, I got hit by a car. And if you don't know, I got a little bit of money, something like $50,000. So I decided to cut that in half and purport $25,000 to the house. But the issue here is that, remember, there was like a whole year and a half where this loan went unpaid. So the interest accrued, and I'm talking about that the $25,000 that I gave toward the house was enough to pay off the actual interest only. And the issue here is that the financing firm that they took this loan out from is a firm that deals only with big companies. And I'm talking about, like, if FedEx said, hey, we need $25,000 to cover this cost, but we'll pay it tomorrow, or we'll pay it within a week's time. That is just not enough time for that loan to actually accrue any sort of interest. High interest here, dealing with firms that can pay this stuff immediately. They made a poor decision, my grandparents, right? So this is 2017, the money got paid. We're making small payments, but again, the interest is what's killing, the house. So then 2019, my grandfather tragically passes away in his sleep. The loan was under his name, right? So you guys already know that it's hard to deal with somebody's passing that's close to you. And it was a tough period for the whole entire family, and things have just never been the same. If you've lost somebody, you know how these things actually happen. When you lose somebody that you've known your whole life, the dynamics of the family changes. So thank God that COVID occurred. So 2020, 2021, 2022, nothing happened because, one, the courts in the Dominican Republic, they were closed. They were basically limited due to COVID, and that bought us some room, right? So now, conversation with this gentleman that's the owner of this lending company, they basically got back to business, right? COVID doesn't exist anymore, but I do believe COVID exists. I still wear my mask, but they got back to their business. So thank God that because of COVID, the interest didn't actually accrue during that time. It was basically offset because of the reality that was COVID and is COVID. So now we are in a position where either we come up with this money, and I am talking about this gentleman is willing to work with me, where we can say, hey, we're going to give you $5,000 this month. Then the next month, $10,000. Then the next month, $20,000. But again, look at the fact of what are we trying to prevent? My grandmother being kicked out of her house. And I feel that, yes, that's important because, look, I can tell you the things that I am putting off as a young person. Who cares about the car that I drive? I don't live in my own apartment. I don't live in my own space. I don't have the capacity now to become a homeowner if I choose to, because again, I'm looking at what's important here. I'm not taking no trips. I'm not splurging on whatever. I'm not recklessly spending my money because, again, I am facing this reality. Now, what I'm telling you here is look at the actual reality of what the work constitutes. One, I am monetized on IG. Two, I'm monetized on Facebook. Three, I'm trying to monetize YouTube. If in a year's time I go in, right, and I say, you know what, I'm going to pop off. I upload whatever. At the lowest, making $100 off of each of these platforms constitutes in thousands of dollars. I'm going to do very simple math with all of you. if we take YouTube, that's two forms of monetization or two streams of income. Facebook is another 3 or 4, right? So now we're like we said, let's go with 4, right? We're now at 6 streams of income. Then IG is another 3. So that's 9 like streams of actual income. And then you're looking at the fact that I do have a job. So that's 10 streams of income. If you look at it and you really put your mind to it, in a year's time, you can make 6 figures. You can pay everything off. And I'm talking about all of your debt, student loans. If I get a loan for the bank, whatever, you can pay all of that off by just posting one video every single day, 2 videos every single day, 3 reels, whatever. And saying, you know what, this is possible. And not blinding yourself with saying, you know what, I'm going to become a multimillionaire. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be famous. Who cares about that? But looking at things that actually matter. So I told myself, I'm not taking no trips. I'm not going on vacation. I'm not buying nothing. I'm not buying a fancy apartment. None of that. I'm focused on saying, you know what? I put my mind to saving my grandmother's house, and we did it. And again, it's very easy to point fingers and blame people and say, you know what? Because of you, because you made this decision, we're here. Instead of saying, you know what? We are in a room or in a capacity to actually save this house. Let's do it. So that's the story. I'm going to explain it later on in a video. But again, I know I have my work cut out. All of this, everything that you guys have done for me, I truly appreciate it. All of you that have attached yourself to this story, I truly appreciate it. And to give you more context on it, I'm talking to people that with a single pen stroke, they just got to say, oh, really? Not a problem. Here's $80,000. I'm talking to people that are at that caliber, that is just a pen stroke. But again, look at the actual finish line, being able to say, you know what, we saved the house. We actually did it. So that's where I'm at. I had to do this live because I've been busy. I wanted to celebrate 500 subscribers ages ago. But again, you know, life gets in the way. So I'm going to go through all these questions because I know you guys said so many things. And I know so many of you are not here anymore, but sorry, I apologize. Let me see this. Mike, I don't know if you're there, Mike, but hi. Brittany, I see you. George, I got you, brother. Enos, I appreciate you, my man. Melanie, I know you're there. I appreciate you too. But let me see this. Okay, got you, Brittany. So give me a second because we're gonna try to go live on Facebook. But again, I just know that this stuff is just not working. Let me close this out. Brittany, I did look at that. I did click on my profile, but it just didn't come up because I know it's on the top bar. Let me see. And nobody's there. I love this stuff. All right, what do I got to do here? X, right? Webcam, that's one. What's your live about? 500 subscribers. Celebration, right? No. Copy this. Bam. All right, that is saved. What else do I got to do? Perfect. And then it says go live. All right, so perfect. Got it. So 3, 2, 1, and now I am live on the Facebook. So anyway, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more of my time. We're like 50 minutes in, so it's cool. It's all good. But like I said, these are the things that are difficult to answer. These are the problems that I look at, and these are the things that actually keep me up at night. And let me share this with y'all. Let me see Facebook. Is this thing even working? It is. Got it. 0 viewers. Sorry, Facebook. I forgot about you guys. But anyway, if you guys are there or not, it's cool because I don't mind talking to myself. But this is my book bag, my work book bag. I always keep the same 2 things, right? Facebook, good morning. Book, notebook. And in this notebook, I always write all of my goals and the things that I need to basically get done every single day, what's on my mind, what's pending. But this is a way of accountability. I sleep with this notebook because, again, there are so many things that you tell yourself you're going to do, but you forget about. But anyway, give you guys a quick flash so y'all can read all of the information. But I keep a notebook with me. One of my favorite notebooks, where is it at? So I can show you all about it. Let's see here. Sorry about that, y'all. But these notebooks, they're made by a company called Moo, M-O-O. They come in this like book slip, and basically the notebooks look like this, right? And then the best part about these notebooks is that the paper actually lays flat. So whenever you're writing, it looks like this. They're extremely expensive, but worthwhile because, again, I love the fact that you can take something like this, write an idea down, and crush it. So, love writing these things down because, again, this is a form of accountability for me. Facebook, I know you guys are just tuning in. Sorry about the weird angle. I was having technical difficulties. But we are on, this is Facebook, IG, and YouTube. So this is a 500 subscriber celebration. I hit 500 subscribers October 4th. I won't forget that because that's George's birthday. But I hit 500 subscribers, and I am extremely proud of that because, again, it's because all of you that are here, even if you left, if you tune in for a little second, it's all right. I don't expect 100 people, but one person is more than enough for me. So we hit 500 subscribers. I have my whiskey. Even though I'm not drinking, I am going to drink today because you guys made this possible. But again, the whole idea here is, sorry, Facebook, I know you have like the worst angle of it all, but if you write anything, please let me know because I'll look at what you guys are writing. Type whatever you want to type, ask me whatever you want to ask me. But again, this 500 subscriber celebration is just inspiring because at the end of the day, it's my friends, it's all of you. And I'm telling you, I'll say this here. I started a company 2 years ago, and within the first 24 hours, we made something around like $1,600. Not even the first 24 hours, the first 12 hours. And that was so inspiring because, again, it was an idea that actually materialized when it did. And even now, this thing about saving my grandmother's house is not something that's easy. I get that part, and I get the fact that it's a lot of money. Vivian, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Thank you, my dear friend. I truly miss you, and I appreciate you. So yeah, this stuff is extremely difficult. And when I look at it, I'm like, man, my friends made this happen. My friends actually created this opportunity for me. And one of the most important things here is that I don't take relationships lightly. I don't take anything for granted. I have, like I said, I have a very hard time letting people go. I have a very hard time dealing with unresolved conflict. I like to talk to people. If I have an issue with somebody, I like to solve it right there and then. And if not, I like to let time pass by things settle down a little bit, and then handle it like an adult. I don't like being in a bind. I don't like telling people, well, you know what? Because of my ego, because of my pride, F this, F that. I ain't got to talk to nobody because I'm defending my ego, my pride. When it comes to relationships, I have no ego. I have no sense of pride because when I'm wrong, I am wrong. When I need to be corrected, I should be corrected. And having the capacity to say, you know what? I got to get it right. Talking to people that are smarter than me, it's important because we all don't know everything. We all have blind sides. So this mile marker is because of all of you that are here, and I am truly thankful. And again, all of this started because I am not a great public speaker. Public speaking is the worst thing that I can ever do. I get scared, I get nervous, I get social anxiety, but in order to overcome something difficult, you got to tackle it head on, right? So these videos started like that. And that's the whole idea here because it eventually, I already know how this is going to basically evolve to. I'm going to one day speak in front of people. And in order to communicate effectively, in order to get an idea across, in order to get things done, you have to be a great public speaker. And yes, I was a teacher. I taught, you know, thousands of kids, but kids and then a room full of adults is extremely different. And for me, that's the challenge of why I started these videos. And then the whole entire creative thing. By nature, I am a composer, I am a musician, but I haven't composed since 2017. I haven't played my instrument since 2017. I haven't done so many things musically since grad school. One day I'm going to change that, but right now the fact of the matter is that I have a lot of other things that are pressing. And for me, the biggest way to be a creative, the biggest way to tackle these difficult things is to create these videos. And this is now a social media era. This is where we're at. People put things out there. And again, I can talk to you guys about analytics. I can talk to you about where I've been, how many things I've seen, the people that have communicated with me, how my inbox is with people that I don't even know. I spoke to this guy from Brazil the other day. He's like, man, I truly love how you edit your videos. I truly love what music you use. I love the fact that you actually put the music that you use for reference. If I want to create, you're sharing that with us. And let me make sure I say this. If you ask me about my camera, what I shoot, what I edit on, I'm going to tell you because it's not a secret. I use music from Epidemic Sounds. I have a membership. I think it's the best thing because you can monetize the music without getting a copyright, mark or claim on your videos. And it's across all of them. It works on Facebook, IG, YouTube, and I think now they're working with TikTok. But again, I tell people, yeah, Epidemic Sounds. So if you want to use music, go to Epidemic, get your membership. They have a little trial. You can download the music and you can still monetize the videos, but you just can't use the music after your trial is over. But if the video has music and you upload it during the trial period, they won't monetize that video. But again, that makes sense to me. When people ask me, oh, I love your videos, the quality, where you shot that on? My iPhone. I have a Canon, this camera. This is my steady camera. Is a Canon, right? Mic, camera, lens, tripod. And when people ask me, hey, what do you get? What do you do? You don't need to spend $2,000-$3,000 on equipment. You can use your phone and upload real good videos on your phone. And again, there's no secret here. I take time to actually edit these videos. I don't write nothing now. I don't have a script that I go off of. I don't read nothing on these videos, or sorry, during these videos when I'm putting them out there. But it's not a secret, right? So I'm putting this stuff out there because again, look at the people I'm talking to. A guy from Brazil that I don't know, trying to talk to like speak to me in English, and I'm like commending. I'm like, wow, think about the courage that it takes for you to reach out to somebody you don't know in a language that you're not familiar with and you're trying to practice to get better. And you have the same ambition of, yeah, I want to know how you did this so I can actually apply it to myself. And just having the actual courtesy to say, yeah, man, like this is what I use. These are the things, the tools that I'm using every single day. You don't need to buy this camera. Just get yourself an iPhone and use it, right? So for me, these videos became this, like getting better at public speaking, putting things out there creatively, and then sharing as much as possible with people. For some reason or another, people get into this like shelter of like, oh, I'm gonna keep this a secret. This is gonna be just me. I ain't letting nobody. Man, I'm sharing everything from books to how I run to how I shoot, whatever, to where I'm going. I'm telling you, I've said this thousands of times. I am monetizing all of this because, again, what's the point here, right? We're a money hungry society. We love being, oh, I got this, I got that. Cool. I'm gonna get all that. I'm gonna become a millionaire, a multi-millionaire. And I'm going to give as much money responsibly as I can to things that actually move the ball of progress forward. And again, who can tell me what to do with my money? Nobody. Nobody can say, hey, you can't go to that homeless shelter and donate meals for a whole entire year. Yes, I can, because I'm grown and I do what I want to do. Versus me saying, yeah, guys, this is a vlog. I'm a Gucci bag. Man, I'm not about that. This t-shirt is from H&M. This t-shirt has 2017. That's when, I'm lying to you guys. I bought this in Hong Kong when I went with my exchange group to Xiamen. So I bought this in Hong Kong. So that's 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 years. I haven't bought a new shirt in 5 years. I wear the same 8, 9 shirts every single chance I get. That's how bad it is. I'm trying to do better, but I'm like, man, I don't need to buy no other shirts until my little shirt falls apart, right? I'm not going to no damn Louis Vuitton or Gucci or Chris Dior or Chanel or whatever. I'm not buying none of that. I don't care about none of that. My luxuries are books. I have like 320 something books in my cart, my wish list. But again, all of this is just telling me where my priorities are at. I am not trying to spend money to flaunt and look like somebody in front of people. If people want to talk to me, if people want to be like me, cool. Let's go on a run. Let's run 10 miles without stopping. Let's run 7 miles without stopping, even 5 without stopping. Take a little water and we go. That's hard. But if I sit here and say, yeah, I'm gonna throw a day party, everybody's gonna come. Man, when you say, yeah, let's go on a run, nobody's gonna meet you out there at 6:30 in the morning. But if you say, yeah, I'm throwing a day party, Danelle, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. You're magical. Your support is it. Thank you so much. But again, nobody wants to do the hard things, and that's what's for me. And again, I'm not going to talk bad about people. Everybody's different. You align yourself with what matters to you. But for me, that materialism, that false sense of status, I don't care. I don't care about money. And I know that's very hard for some people to digest, but I am going to capitalize off of everything and do what I have to do as a young person. Because again, I look at where I'm at. I look at my privilege. I look at the things that I am able to do. I hate this word, but it's the truth. I am an influencer. As much as I hate that word, I already told you guys, running, I inspire people to run. That's crazy to me. Reading, I inspire people to read. Just pick up books. Look, I'm not lying to you guys. I have books everywhere, and I'm okay with this. This is me. This is my stack. This is what I do. This is me. But then, people picking up books because I say, yeah, I love books. I'm cool with that. I don't want to be known for the car that I drive. I could care less about that. But I want to be known for, yeah, I run. Yeah, I do these things. Brother, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Your support got me here. All of you that are IG, YouTube, Facebook, thank you. I'm so grateful for where I'm at. But again, this is about tackling the things that actually matter. And I am telling you, I'm not stopping. Got a knock, right? I'm not stopping because for some reason I really feel this. I really feel the progress. I feel the direction. It's not going to come as fast as I want it to come, right? Progress takes time. And that's the one thing that I'm capitalizing here. I am going to use my time wisely. I am never bored. I have a backlog. Where's my notebook at? I got to find my notebook. I have a backlog of things that I have to actually do. And in this notebook, I have things that I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. Let me do it today. There is never a moment where I am bored. There's always a moment where I run out of time. I just don't have the time because of all of the things that I am doing. And here, I'm not getting distracted. I'm not going crazy. I think I've said it here. I've said it to everybody. I'm celibate. I'm minding my own business. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm good. I'm straight. Because again, what's out there? What it's a Friday night. I'm not at the club. I'm not getting ready for a party. I don't want to waste my time doing that. I know that for me, the stuff that drives me is the stuff that's actually hard. And that's not a sexual joke, but if it's difficult, that's the stuff that drives me. That's the stuff that has me like, you know what? I'm gonna tackle this. Because again, I told y'all, it's easy to romanticize the results of everything. It's easy to get into this habit of, damn, I don't gotta like him or her, but I wish I had it like that because I'll do this. I live in Miami. This is the most pretentious city ever, next to LA. People drive cars here, but have rotten teeth. People drive cars here instead of going to the actual dentist or going to their primary. But they want to show off their little Benz or BMW or G Wagon. But your teeth are bad. But your parents are struggling. But your grandparents are sick. I never calculated that. You can't read, but you got Gucci slippers. What? I, I just don't understand that, right? It bothers me. I'm like, you're really doing this to impress people that don't already like you. Don't get that. Lisandro, my man, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Sorry, y'all. I know that so many of you are here everywhere, but I apologize. You know, I'm all over the place. But again, thank you all. All of you have made this possible. I have to share this with y'all because I'm human. You know, I'm the same person that you see in person is the same person that you're going to see on the social medias. But again, I'm 33, man. I can sit here and fake it and show you what I got and how much I got and who I am. But that's not driving me. Me going to for what? Me buying overpriced drinks for what? You go to a club for two things. You, if you are a guy, sit around, smoke some weed, act cool with a little drink, talk to your boys, try to flirt, try to show these women you got some money, whatever, you know you got it. Stupid. And then you go to a club where can't say that word here, but men want to fight and act like they're tough in a club. Bring a gun and get shot for what? All the time. Women get dressed up, look cute to go, you know, impress some guys so that they can buy them a drink or walk and find somebody that got money. I'm sorry. If you guys like the club, good for you. I don't belong there. That's not my environment. Mrs. Wilson, thank you. It's because of you. I'm here because of you. You got me here. So I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. But again, I know what's moving me, man. I know the things that I have to do. None of this is sexy. None of this is cool. None of this is glamorous because it all entails hard work. People don't like working hard. They like saying, yeah, I want to do this, X, Y, and Z. And it all sounds like mental masturbation. Because right now, if I told you guys, yeah, man, my goal is to create the best drinking water so that everybody has access to, you know, the best drinking water. That sounds good. But in practicality, look at how many people are around this world. Look at the economy. Look at all of these different factors that will test your idea. Say, yeah, you thought this, but this is life. This is reality. So for me, this is where I'm at. I'm creating my own reality where I'm saying it is all about work. It's all about the work. It's all about the action. It's all about the things that you have to do. Again, I can sit here and talk to you guys about things that sound great, but I'm telling all of you about these difficulties that we're all waking up to. We live in real life, man. None of you that are here are multimillionaires. I really hope all of you that are watching this make it. I hope that all of you realize your dreams. But the fact of the matter is, look at reality. Look at all the actual barriers and obstacles in front of you that tell you, you know what? I don't want to do this today. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take it easy. I don't even want to pursue this idea no more because I am that defeated. And just something as simple as a no sets you back so far because some people take that personal. And I saw it, I'm like, man, one no when I was unemployed. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting all these no's, but at the end of the day, I'm closer to a yes than I was yesterday. As long as those no's keep coming, I'm getting closer. So I started looking at all of this. Like I said, get to a position in your life where you just create, where you just do these things and you help out. You contribute much more than what you get. If I make $1 million, being very frank here, off of social media, and I say, you know what, my life costs $50,000 a year. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna give myself 80,000, manage it responsibly, and then donate the rest of the money. You know how many people are gonna be like, "Dog, stupid. I'll buy this. I'll do this." Yeah, irresponsibly, because again, the people that talk like that, the people that say, "I am going to do this with this amount of money," don't already look at how much they already have. Don't test and say, you know what? I really have all of the things that I already need. Am I actually doing it? Am I actually keeping up with this? Am I actually utilizing all of my resources as much as I can? And I'm telling you, people don't know how good they got it. So, anyway, in conclusion, I'm here. All of you got me to this point, and I'm going to keep pushing forward because, again, I see no obstacles. The only thing that's in front of me that's an obstacle is the fact that I can't control time. Time is my most precious commodity, and I cannot do anything, no matter how much I pray, no matter how hard I work. Time goes and it does not replenish, it doesn't renew, it goes, it disappears. It's the craziest thing. If I lost my wallet today, all of this right here, all of this is replaceable. The $20 that I show you guys, so you don't think I'm lying, right? If somebody stole this from me today, these $20 that are just $20, right? They stole this money. Couldn't I make this money again? These $20, right? Couldn't I make this again? Yeah. But we're so attached to this instead of, I don't know how to touch time, but that, look at your watch, it's ticking away, right? So that's where I'm at, man. I'm like, I have to create as much as possible. Like, this is the time. I feel it. Like, you know, when you kiss somebody that's beautiful, when you're like in love, like you feel like that person, that's how I feel about success. It's just a matter of sitting down, focusing, and just doing it. And again, I'm going to share it with all of you that are just tuning in. My Facebook is monetized fully. I still got a couple of things to do with the reels, but that's work. My Instagram is now fully monetized, and I'm working on YouTube. I am telling all of you, I am going to capitalize off of this and turn it into what I want to turn it into. This is not a money thing. This is about work. And like I've said before, Sally, I am that word. I'm an influencer. And I'm not taking that lightly because, again, if I sit here and copy what everybody else is doing, that's easy. But if I sit here and create something from my mind, my heart, something that I'm passionate about, nobody can take that away from me. Nobody can say like, oh man, look, he copied these people, idiot, or he cheated on here, or he cut corners. There's no cutting corners here. This is actual work. If I need to run 10 miles, you can't cut that. You can't fake that. If I need to read 15 books, you cannot fake that. You cannot cut that. If I want to donate $1,000, $1,000,000, you cannot fake that. But if I sit here and say, yeah, man, got this Gucci bag, these slides, blah, 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 I can fake that. You can order some job off of Amazon, fake Chinese Gucci, fake Louis Vuitton, and walk around like you got it. It's that easy. Faking is too easy for me. The things that turn me on are the things that are difficult, the things that are hard. So that's why I'm here. That's why I am going live. That's why I am sharing all of these things with you guys. Because again, I would not be here if it wasn't for all of you. I truly appreciate your time. I truly appreciate everything because again, I tell myself, like I said, people are looking at my videos. If you go and look at my YouTube, if you go and look at any of my videos, my whole entire smallest metric is saying, well, if my video gets 50 views, I'm good. People want thousands and millions. Man, 50 people. If 50 people gave you $100, isn't that like $5,000? Something like that, right? Think about that. 50 people is a lot of people, but people want thousands and millions and this and that, this to go viral. Man, I don't care about that because again, that's a waste of time. When you put your mind with those metrics, you're never gonna make it because if you make 1 million views, then you're gonna get depressed when your next video hits 1 view. So my metrics are very simple. If I can get 1 view, I can get 1 million. If I can get 1 subscriber, I can get 1 million. I am at 500. A year and a half ago, April 30th, that, like I said, I think that's when I started, 2021. I had that vision. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start here. Now we're at 522. I can't remember the number. I don't keep up with this number, but I've surpassed 500. Whatever YouTube sent me, they said something like, it's enough to fill a 747 or 737, whichever one is the big plane. Bro, that's a lot of people. On a plane, that's a lot of people as subscribers. And I thank all of you that got like multiple accounts and you added all 3 of them. Thank you. Because again, the algorithm on YouTube does not care about that. But if we sit here and romanticize views and money and all that, that's just not me. I'm sorry. I know that nobody wants to hear that. Society is hard right now, but I'm just not there, man. My mind is on things that are actually different. I care about people. I care about helping out as much as I can. I care about contributing to certain causes in this world. I care about saying, yes, my time here was great, but when it's time to die, it's time to die. It's time to go, right? If I can sign a contract with God, I'll say, hey, God, when I turn 100 years old, March 3rd of whatever of 2089, I'm cool. Like, let me go. It's time to go, right? Because 100 years is fine. We don't live here. We don't live forever. So my thing is, within that time, within that starting point and that ending point, do as much as possible with this one life. You do not get to repeat none of this, right? So that's where my mind's at. Do as much as possible. Give back twice or triple as much. And just be a good, decent person. Be a person that does some good for this complicated, difficult, selfish, egotistical world, right? The whole entire world is not like that, but we already know the selfishness in this world. So that's where I'm at. Thank you all. I truly appreciate it. I am extremely grateful. Continue to hold me accountable. I am going to try to make these lives. I really got to fit them into my schedule where I can like be live a lot more. Because again, I love all of these different interactions. All of you that commented, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for the congratulations. It is truly appreciated. Thank you for supporting what I am saying. Thank you for understanding where I come from. Thank you for sticking by. It's just humbling. But gratitude aside, I cannot be complacent. This is good, but it's not enough. There is so much more out there. And I'll say this, sorry for being gross. If people on OnlyFans can buy a house and become multi-millionaires doing whatever they're doing, so can be a good person. So can be a person that wants to build bigger and do better. And again, all of this comes back to a human factor. How many people can I connect with? This kid from Brazil, it is still amazing. And I know that there are going to be much more conversations that I'm going to have with so many more people. But 54, 57 countries, I don't know. I can't remember. On YouTube, another like 50 or 40 countries on Facebook, some on IG. It's crazy. I just can't sit here and show you guys the analytics. But when you look at that, it's humbling. It's humbling to say, wow, my video really was played in Thailand or Bali or South Africa or Kenya or Congo. And even if it's like one of those farms, I don't care. It's still remarkable that you create something here in this little room and it goes around the world and people see it. So if that can happen, imagine how you can change the world. And I don't care about being famous. I don't want to be famous. I want to be me. I like walking into a room and nobody knows me. But how many people can we truly help out in a lifetime? How many people can we help make better? If it's just helping somebody out, just an incy bit, I feel like that's rewarding. So anyway, enough talking. I know everybody's not there, but it's okay. I'm going to take a small drink for all of you. Always whiskey, Glenlivet. I love this brand because this is the Founders Reserve. It is the best tasting one. Don't buy anything expensive. Always buy Glenlivet, right? So, good people, this is for all of you. I got to get a little bit of water to make it nice and good, right? Give it that fragrance, right? So anyway, cheers to all of you. We hit 500. If you're under 21, to my students, do not drink. I know who you are. Don't drink yet until you're 21. Drink juice, drink water, don't drink alcohol. But anyway, YouTube, IG, Facebook. Cheers to all of you guys. I'm going to see you at 1,000. I have work to do. You guys know the mission. I'm going to save my grandmother's house. We have work to do. I am on a mission. Oh, by the way, I forgot to show you guys. Is it here? Sorry, it's here. I know everybody's not there, but there's a lot of private information here. So I'm going to show it from back here. But this is my birth certificate from DR that allows me to basically open bank accounts. So there's a lot of things that I have to do in order to save my grandmother's house, but I'm taking care of business, man. We're handling business. Anyway, cheers, everybody. I know all of you are gone, but thank you so much. That's so good. So I'm going to see y'all at 1,000. You're going to hold me accountable. I'm going to see you during my run. We got books. We got everything. So again, hold me accountable. Thank all of you. Remember, I cannot get here without your help. So please continue to support me. We're going everywhere, but I need your help. I can't get there by myself. I'm saying it here. So peace. Truly appreciate all of you. And I'm going to see you guys soon, right? Hold me accountable. I'm going on a run tomorrow. So Facebook, see you guys later. Let me exit everybody out. And IG, see you guys later. Thank you so much for everything. And YouTube, thank you guys so much for everything. I truly appreciate all of you. Peace.